In the heart of a bustling city, the old Reliaxa building stood like an ancient sentinel. Despite its prime location, the building was notorious for its antiquated, creaky elevator. It was said you could still hear echoes of laughter, whispers, and footsteps through its empty halls long after tenants had gone home. Laura, a young graphic designer, often worked late at her office on the 13th floor. She was one of those rare souls unperturbed by tales of the haunted elevator. Superstition, she would laugh off whenever her co-workers shared stories. On a pitch-black night, after a downpour that left the streets gleaming like obsidian, Laura found herself, once again, the last to leave. As Laura stepped into the elevator, the air felt thicker, like the moment before a storm. She tapped the button for the 13th floor. The elevator was silent, except for the quiet hum of its machinery as it ascended. It reached the 10th floor, paused, the lights flickered, and Laura felt the space around her shift, like the air grew colder. She pressed 13 again, but the elevator remained still. As Laura began to tap the button more frantically, she noticed something strange. The elevator's mirrored walls showed reflections that weren't there. A shadow flitting behind her, a gleam of ghostly eyes, and the sound of distant laughter. Her heart pounded in her chest. Was it malfunctioning? Fumbling, Laura pressed the intercom, but the only response was a low static followed by faint whispers. She could almost make out words, please or warnings, before they faded into silence. Then, an anguished scream reverberated through the elevator, a gut-wrenching sound that seemed to come from the walls themselves. "Get out, while you can," a disembodied voice wailed. Suddenly, the elevator jolted and the mirrors cracked, spiderwebbing with fractures. And just as swiftly, it moved again, descending rapidly, yet noiselessly. When the doors finally opened, Laura, shaken and pale, stumbled out into a lobby that was strangely unfamiliar. The floor wasn't dirty, as she remembered, nor did it smell of old varnish. Instead, she was greeted by the building's pristine past, a grand chandelier and polished marble floors with echoes of distant music. But no people, just faint transparent figures floating by. Heart pounding, Laura ran to the stairs, abandoning the spectral elevator behind her. She never looked back as she descended, leaving whatever spirits resided in that haunted serpentine contraption to continue their eerie vigil in the heart of the city's oldest structure.